Uh-huh. Uh-huh. But all my stress. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Check it out. Feel the rhythm of the bass bar. Better feel the rhythm of the bass bar. Hip and go man come from run best me. Pump it up. Pump it up.
Hey empaths, it is me, Adisa, the Alpha Empath, and I am here for a special show for you guys today. Listen, you guys, I have my coaches here. I have Miss Sunshine. Say hey, Sunshine.
Greetings, wholeness.
That's where she is. And then I have my other coach, Mr. Seven Imperial. Say hello to the lady, Seven.
Hey everybody.
Y'all hear that testosterone in his voice? Yeah. Go ahead and give him a little bit more of that honey drip. Go ahead, Seven. I'm listening. Go ahead. I love Seven's voice. It's so like it just drips sensuality whenever he speaks. It just does. Now, he like Seven's like Adisa, will you leave me alone? You having me fucking blushing all over on the fucking camera and shit. But that is just my personality, okay? But I had something that I wanted to discuss with you guys today, and I'm bringing on two of my coaches because I want them to help me kind of expound on it a little bit. So yesterday, Fridays is my day to have sensual fun. I have like that's my sex play date. That's like, and you got to have that. Creators and visionaries have a lot of sexual energy, and I have to schedule that shit in. I really do. I got to get my sexual needs met, and it doesn't always have to be physical sex. It can be mental sex. It can be spiritual sex. It can be emotional sex. It can be any kind of sex I needed to motherfucking be. Okay. So yesterday I came over for actually mental sex. That's what I had him show up for, but it evolved into something else. And men are so always willing to serve and protect. And he was willing to serve and protect. So I really appreciate that. But I asked him to give me a massage. That's what I asked, right? And the reason why I needed a massage is because quantum intelligence had told me that I needed to release some of the pressure points, the trigger points in my body, because those trigger points in my body were holding emotional pain. They were storage containers for emotional pain. Now, if you have had a acupressure massage, you understand that when they dig into those spots, that shit hurts. That shit don't feel good. It does not feel good at all. And if you are watching this broadcast and you are a physical empath, that means you can sense people's emotions based on when you put your hands on their body. You need to listen to what I'm saying, because I'm gonna give you some damn nuggets on how to monetize yourself. Okay, so I did not go to a typical massage therapist. One, because I'm nasty. Two, because the typical massage therapist only has been taught what areas of my body they need to focus on, but they have not been taught how to direct energy. They have not been taught how to direct energy into that area that they're focusing on. Only a healer knows how to do that. And this man is a healer. So he's massaging my back. And if you guys are watching the broadcast, go ahead and say hello to a bitch. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know I don't be liking when y'all don't so much. Look, who is this comment right here? Let me see. So much sexy ass energy up in here. Well, thank you so much. I was sexy by myself, but I feel like you're trying to say that to Seven. But look here, I was sexy by my motherfucking self before he got his ass up in here. I know y'all looking at him. Look, don't start no shit with me. Don't start no shit with me, okay? So look at here. So he's rubbing my back. He's rubbing my back, going up and down my spine. And there was some parts of it that was painful, but I was taking it because I'm a G, y'all. I was taking that shit, right? But then he got to my ass. And y'all, there is a certain thing when people say pain in the ass. I have some pains in the ass. I really did. So he got his elbow and he was working out that pain in the ass. But then he got to my hips. And when he got to my hips, he touched the left side and I screamed. My toes started curling. I was in some serious fucking pain. And he was working out that pain. Now, here's what you guys need to understand about the body. Here's what you need to understand. The body stores trauma. your body stores emotional pain inside of it. So when you get these knots, or when you get a lack of being able to be flexible, you have some pain that is stored in your body. And it's going to take some time and some exercise and maybe a massage therapist that's actually a healer to help you work those things out. Now, when they work these things out, these knots also release the emotional trauma that caused the knot. I'm hoping this makes sense. It releases the emotional pain that created the knot. Now, homeboy went home. He gave me a labia massage, y'all. God damn shit. Damn. When I tell y'all that shit, y'all, when I tell y'all bitch was squirting all over. See, I'm gonna have to replace my motherfucking mattress because this shit, I got a fucking super soaker 18,000 right here. It don't play no motherfucking thing. Let me tell you something. My vagina be squirting in fucking rhythm. It's crazy. It be like, it's like a beatboxer, but it ain't like it just be doing some shit. It's magical. It's like totally lyrical, musical, and magical. But that's not what I'm trying to focus on right now. But I'm just having those thoughts because when I tell y'all, baby, he did this kind of like he started with the clitoris up here. He had his hands like a fucking heart, and then he went down in a heart shape, and then stuck his thumbs in the ass, y'all. I almost passed out. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to teach that in tantric sex class, okay? But anyway, here it is. That night when I went to bed, you guys, I could not go to sleep because I was tormented by fear. Like fear that a toddler feels when they don't want to go to sleep with the lights off. I haven't felt that kind of fear in a long time, and it was foreign to me. And I tried to give myself a pep talk. I was like, bitch, you a motherfucking dragon. You ain't scared. Dragons ain't scared of the motherfucking dark. But I'm telling y'all, it wasn't me it wasn't the dragon that was in that experience. It was actually the 4-year-old little girl that felt danger going to sleep at night because I had been molested for a long period of my life, and I had been brutally raped. That was the trauma that was released from my hips. And there was a recurring thought while I was in my bed, literally contemplating which one of these niggas I'm gonna call on speed dial because somebody got to get their motherfucking ass over here and cuddle with me. This is literally what my mind was thinking. My 4-year-old self kept saying, I want my daddy. I want my daddy. I want my daddy. I'm a grown ass woman, y'all. I'm telling y'all, when that trauma was released throughout my body and that emotion flooded my system, that 4-year-old within me said, I want my daddy. But that fear had evolved into, I want to be cuddled. And then it had evolved into, I want a man. Then it evolved into, bitch, just get married. And it dawned on me, I had to ask myself, how much of me really got married because I really wanted this man's energy around me 24/7, and his energy was conducive to the woman that I truly wanted to be? And how much of me chose this man because the 4-year-old little girl in me just didn't want to sleep in her bed at night because she was actually deathly afraid? And that got me thinking, how many people get married because their fear has evolved into a need for commitment? And I brought Seven on here because he's a man, and I brought Sunshine on here. They're my coaches, and I wanted to hear their perspective because maybe some people don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Maybe I'm the only one that's honest enough to admit that there's a 4-year-old little girl in me that's still hollering about she want her daddy, and then I got a man to fucking replace the comfort that a little girl finds from her father figure. Anybody want to say anything about that? What are you guys thinking?
I know I got married out of fear.
Now, what was your fear, Shanice? What was your fear, Sunshine?
Raising my children alone.
Oh, I did that one too. Shit, that was my second marriage. God damn it. Okay. Raising your children alone. I got married the second time because of that one.
And also like image of, I was on, that would have been my third baby daddy if we wouldn't have got married.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, we got to make some shape.
I get it. So think about all of these things. Each reason. I don't want to raise my kids by myself. I don't want to sleep in my bed alone. I have an image to maintain. Is that really the reason why any motherfucking body should be getting married?
Absolutely not.
And people get mad at me because I talk to them about 3D relationships. I talk to them about marriage, and I talk to them about divine unions. Listen, you guys, 3D relationships are meant to help you figure out who the hell you are and who the hell you are not. They are a crucial part of your soul development. Go through them, have as many of them as you possibly can, because as you go through them, you're going to figure out what's wrong with why they're not right for you. That's extremely important. Extremely important. One phase is not better than the other. You just got to recognize what phase you're in your life, right? And then 4D relationships, which really are marriage, like a marriage that covers the children. Marriage was created to be a generational success plan. People ain't getting married to have no generational success plan, but a divine union is created to cover collective consciousness. That's what it does. It covers collective consciousness because it sees the community as its family. Now, it's pretty typical, since me and Shanice being honest here, it's pretty typical for a woman to let her fear evolve into, I need to get married. But now let's talk about how men let their fears evolve into long-term commitment and marriage. Let's talk about that. Seven, would you like to speak on that? But yeah, Seven, speak on it.
No, I mean, I've never been married, but just through my experiences of speaking to students in my own emotional situations, I definitely think that during the maturation process of becoming what you're supposed to be, you almost can't kind of help but act on that fear, right? Like that's a part of the evolution process. So I definitely think it's happening, but I guess I'm
Would you like me to speak on it? Because I know how you be acting in fear.
please, please, please.
You want me to tell you want me to put your business on the streets?
I don't mind.
Seven's giving me that look like you better motherfucking not. Okay.
Hey,
Listen. Men get married. They have a long-term hoe phase. And then when they get around 40, about to hit half a century, 50, they be like, you know what? It's time to settle down because a nigga about to die. And I got to get me a good woman. I got to get a good woman to help me keep my doctor's appointments and, to feed me some healthy food.
yeah,
To be my wet nurse, change my diapers in my old age because I need somebody to keep this shit together. Listen, I don't want no man that's trying to marry me to be his wet nurse.
yeah, hell no.
But that literally is a legitimate fear for men. Now, Seven is young, still sexy. His soldiers is still swimming and all at attention and everything. So that's not really a concern for him right now. Okay. But let's not talk about marriage. Let's talk about the need to be in a committed relationship. Do you ever feel like any fear involving image where you feel like you need to commit to a person because everybody gonna think you a hoe if you don't? Like, do you ever deal with that, Seven?
Nah, I actually dealt with the opposite. Like being so concerned with how I would be portrayed in society that I didn't pursue what I really felt like I should have. And yeah, that was a hell of a learning experience for me. Never
What
would
did
do
you
that.
feel like? Wait, what did you feel like you were supposed to pursue?
Shit, what I loved and what really made me happy.
Which was
And
what?
the relationship. And I didn't pursue the relationship because I was afraid of how things would look, and shit, my own reputation that I had built on myself and a lot of different things. So,
Oh, you
yeah,
gonna have to break this shit down. Hold up. You were afraid to go after a woman that you loved because you didn't want to look like you were in a committed relationship?
not
Oh,
necessarily look like I wanted a committed relationship, but okay, you know how we were speaking on how marriage was originally a plan for multi-generational success, right?
yes.
And shit, I was concerned on whether or not me chasing this particular relationship would reflect on my intentions for that multi-generational success. Like I was very, very concerned with my societal image and that relationship, and it kept me from pursuing it how I should have, which was a big fuck up. in my own past.
Mhm. Well, one of our people here,
The
they
player
said that
rep,
you was the player rep. You were trying to protect the player rep.
yeah.
Is that what it was?
In a sense, because I mean, I think the player in the most generic sense is viewed as like multiple women, right, and
Mhm.
bachelor lifestyle, and that wasn't necessarily what I was going for.
Is
But
that what people saw you as, Seven? He's smooth. Y'all see that motherfucker smooth. Y'all see how smooth he is?
I'm saying, but like, yeah, I think that definitely had something to do with it. But it wasn't the multiple women part of the player. It was way more so just like, I mean, shit, hey, I can be honest, like her line of work wasn't conducive to what I felt like I wanted to be involved with in the public eye. And I had to mature through that because yeah, and I was a
She
little
didn't
more,
fit your good girl image.
yeah, hell yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. You know what? That's real. That somebody, let me see. Somebody said she was a stripper. Takesha, look, stay out people's business, Takesha. Stay out people's business.
Hey, shit, that's exactly what it was.
Oh, she got it right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Listen, y'all is not going to be using y'all intuitive ability to read this man's business.
What
Y'all
else
stop
can
that
it
shit.
be? I was trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I know you operating the way on your show, but I'm a guest. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Let me tell you what they doing. They using their intuitive ability to read your shit, Seven, and they wrong. Let me tell y'all something. That is intrusive. That is intrusive.
it's
Empaths,
not.
get your little antennas back in your fucking building. You want to know something? We just absorbing everybody's emotions. No, bitch. No, you out there trying to get they fucking figure out what's going on in their life. I'm not fooled by y'all.
No,
Y'all,
but see, I was communicating in a way that was conducive to anybody that was intuitive enough to pick up what I was putting down. Shit,
well,
if
you better
you,
watch it because they got some long antennas and they're gonna be
I
going
don't
all up your
mind.
shit.
I don't mind. I'm only a closed book to those who can't see.
Seven, your motherfucking ass smooth than a motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie, because when you said that shit, like Shanice, did you feel that energy when he said that shit? He said, I'm gonna be a
Yeah.
closed book to those who can't
Yes,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, he be talking shit. But listen, you guys, I had to really think about this. Shanice commented on some things. She said, I got married because I didn't want to raise my children by myself. Nobody is really talking about multi-generational success plans.
Yeah.
They're really, really not. People do not get married. I would perchance to say 90% of people do not get married because they want a multi-generational success plan. What they want is they did some shit and then they trying to keep their shit together. That's literally what it's about. And I did it, so I'm not judging anybody. But I'm just talking about, I noticed how my fear of I want my daddy had evolved into I want to be cuddled, had evolved into I need a man, had evolved into I want to be married. Fear evolves just like love does. And it took me getting a acupressure massage and those being flooded with those 4-year-old emotions to even recognize that she was still running the fucking shit. I didn't even know she was. I thought, like, literally, I thought she was in timeout, but she was like, nah, bitch, haha, we still here. We still here. Shanice said something, and Shanice, this is a big one. Well, this is my third baby daddy. We got to make this shit jiggle, rock and roll right now. We got to go ahead and get married because if we don't do this, then I'm gonna be seen like a hoe. Shanice,
Statistic. I ain't no statistic.
just like Seven was saying, he didn't, that player boy rep shit. We don't want to be seen as a fucking statistic too, like
Yeah.
3 baby daddies. But here's the truth. Here's the truth. We all gotta grow. And I did not come from a generational success plan. I didn't know how it was supposed to pan out. So how was I to learn? I learned by making mistakes. That is what I did. And I'm not going to feel guilty about that. And I'm not going to let this society make me feel guilty about not being born in a family that had a generational success plan.
Yeah.
I'm not. And too many women deal with that. I know that I felt guilty. I stayed married. One of the stupidest decisions that I've ever made as a woman is to stay committed to a relationship that I knew should have ended because I was too afraid of what society would say about me. Now, I know women deal with that. I don't know if men deal with that. Seven, have you ever stayed in a relationship longer than you knew you were supposed to be because you was afraid of what society would think about you?
For leaving the relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit. Just
bit.
because, like, I think in my particular situation, then I think as a man, or from my, I wouldn't even say as a man, shit, just as my own perspective, when you're public with someone and like everybody know y'all together, you know, that's a lot of fucking pressure.
That's why I said, remember in Wednesday, so every Wednesday night I teach a class on divine unions. And last Wednesday night, we talked about the principles of Ajabe. And Ajabe is for people that are entering into a divine union. And my advice to them is to keep their motherfucking shit secret. Keep it secret until it's ready to be birthed. Because when it's out in the open, it's exposed to the elements. And you can't bring the baby back in the fucking womb then. You got to hope it's strong enough to handle it. And when you birth a divine union before it's time, you let it out into society and it can't breathe like a premature baby. Keep your shit secret. Keep it secret. Now, we're not talking about a 3D relationship, talking about we're going to keep our shit secret. No, because you are in a situationship and you are in an entanglement. I'm talking about a relationship that is based on purpose when you already know who you are. 3D relationships are based on, you know what? I don't really know what I like. I don't really know what my purpose is right now. So there's some type of connection here. Let me just go ahead and rock with you until I can figure out what about you that I don't like. So I won't choose this for myself again. But divine unions are not like that. 3D relationships are based on a codependent need. All of them. All of them. If you don't know who the fuck you are, there's no way you can't be codependent. Independence means that your inner self, you are dependent on your inner self. So if you ain't independent, you gotta be codependent. So have y'all 3D relationships. Stay in them as long as y'all possibly can so y'all can figure out who the fuck you are not. I figured out my 3D relationship. I put a piece of paper on it and labeled it as a marriage, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it was a 3D relationship. It was not a marriage because there was no generational success tied in that bullshit at all. At all. It was a 3D relationship based on fear, based on a father wound, based on my daddy's social construct because I grew up in the church, which was my father's church. And the social construct was, if you have sex, you got to get married. And I think women deal with that fear a lot more so than men. Like Seven, do you ever deal with, like, if you just fucking a person for a long period of time, do it ever just pop up in your head like, you know what? I got to marry him now. Do that ever like pop up?
Not ever.
You know what? That's male privilege. That's dick privilege right there.
Never.
That is dick privilege because women, no. That's dick privilege. We got to consider shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, because they don't ask you. We get asked all the time. If we in a relationship and somebody know we getting that, they'll be like, when y'all
gonna get married? That's what they ask. Yeah.
And see, that's why I'm not gonna tell y'all. That's why when people be like, who you with? Oh no, I be with every goddamn body. I flirt with everybody. Ain't nobody gonna know none of my motherfucking business. I promise y'all. I'm gonna be like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Every time y'all ask us if we together, we're gonna be like, no, we just friends. And then like in year 5, 6, they gonna be like, y'all married? Yeah, we married. When y'all got married? Oh yeah, we got married 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even let nobody know at all. Because the reason that you don't want to do that is because, like me and Seven discussed in our Wednesday night course, you gotta have time to perfect and optimize your energy systems, and he needs time to perfect and optimize his energy systems, and then you guys come together and build a culture. And that culture, once it's strong, then you can birth it out into the world. Because then you don't have anything that's going to cause you to be afraid, because you have perfected your energy systems and he has perfected his energy systems. But that's not what's happening in relationships today. Most relationships are based on fear. Now, I don't know what else to say to that. I'm just saying I recognize my own fear. Like tonight, I'm thinking about, should I call? I'm like literally, like right now, I'm thinking about, just in case the boogeyman. Now I know the boogeyman ain't real, but I'm telling you, this is a real motherfucking thing for me.
Yeah.
I was literally like, 7. I kid you not. 7. I was gonna be like, 7. Hey, do you mind coming over here and spend the night with me? Like, I got a spare room. Just be up in here with me. You know how many men I was gonna call?
Yeah.
And then I thought about that. I said, Adisa, that don't make no motherfucking logical sense. What the fuck is you doing?
Just the need to have a male around in your place that you trust. Like,
And so, you know what? I'm so glad that I trust you. You know, there's only been 3 men that came to my motherfucking house, and you one of them. Like, I don't let motherfuckers in my house. I don't. I tell them, y'all better go rent a hotel room because you can't come to my motherfucking house and know where I
oh my god. No, but thank you for that. Thank you for real.
I'm serious, 7. Just you, Hershey, LT, but LT is not a man because that nigga more feminine than I am. He's a queen if I ever didn't. Nah. And then one man that I'll be fucking around with. But that's it. Nobody else. Ex-husband, baby. No, nobody comes to my house.
No, thank you.
Because my house is sacred. My house gives me peace. And masculine energy that doesn't always make me feel safe, like 90% of the time, it can't come up in here at all. I don't want them knowing where I stay. I don't. Now that's crazy. I don't know if any other women are like that, but I'll meet you at our hotel room. You know the floor that we normally, you know the one that we normally meet at. We can meet over there. Meet you in room 318 again, like we was last time. But the hell no, you can't come to my motherfucking house. I'll come to yours, but you ain't coming to mine. And don't be thinking you finna like be laying up on my pillows and shit. And don't be giving me hints talking about it sure will be nice. Hell fuck now, you ain't coming to my damn house. And I know I have issues. I know I have issues, but this stems from being brutally raped.
Yeah.
It's like when as a woman, and you got to understand, as a child, those are your most formative years. The person that is supposed to naturally protect a girl child is her father. Now, my father was a huge, major influence in my life, major influence. But he began to be this huge, major influence in the very beginning and like around tween age, around 11, 12, that kind of stuff. But from 4 all the way up until 11, I was with a stepfather and with my mama's men and shit, and they was raping and molesting me. And it was hard out there for me. And I was forming conclusions. And as a 4-year-old little girl that's sitting up in a hospital bed, getting her anus stitched back to her motherfucking vagina, that created drama and danger and fear in me. And I didn't even recognize that I still had it until yesterday. I thought I was over that shit. I was over like the rape, but the pain of it, the fear that came from being up in the middle of the night as a child and wondering, is somebody gonna come in my room and get me? That shit was still inside my body.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting up here fussing at my son Yakin. I'm like, get your old ass out of my bed. I'm not gonna fuss at Yakin no more because he probably get that shit from me. Personally, I was blaming his dad. I was like, you get that shit from your scary ass daddy. But now he don't, y'all. He get it from me. It was passed down genetically through me. So I'm not gonna fuss with my baby no more about getting in the bed with me because I don't know what fear I passed down to him genetically. I don't even know. Not only was I having physical 3D people harming me, but I was also an empathic child, so I sensed energies too. And if you have a child that is empathic, that senses energy, and you have exposed them to a place that is not safe, man, there has to be some type of healers that deal with that in children. And I don't know, it has to be like I went to a healer, they had me coloring on some papers and stuff and playing with some dolls. I don't see how that helped me personally, but that's what they did. How is that helping children? Who was there? What could have been done to stop me from evolving into a grown woman that had a need to control my man's whereabouts? Let me say this again. 7, have you ever had a woman want to control your whereabouts?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. And you might be thinking, oh, that's just how she is. It might be because there's a fear rooted deep inside of her and she is not even aware of it.
Yeah.
Because love does not look like control. if you are going to marry a visionary man, there's going to be some days he's not in that house. There's going to be some days that he can't come home at 5:30 for dinner at night. There's going to be some days that he cannot tuck you in at night. Since I am now aware that I still got to heal that, I had to be real with myself. How do I really want a man to love me? I could say, listen, I just need you to be available to hold me every night. And there are several men that will do that shit for me. But I'm the type of woman that I want to stand on my own. I don't want to make it to a man's responsibility to make me feel safe. Don't I have the energy of God just like he does? Shouldn't I be able to feel safe as well without somebody else? Why does my need for safety have to be codependent with him?
Yeah.
7, do you ever call a woman and be like, look, babe, I don't feel safe here. Could you just come over here and hold me? Oh, you might. Do you do that? Do you?
Nah. That's not something that I've had to
You
do.
don't have to look at it. You don't have to do it like that, 7. You don't have to do it like that. Okay, we got it. You feel safe all the time. Male privilege, dick privilege, again. Dick privilege.
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't say I feel safe all the time, because I've definitely, called my woman, because I feel like feeling safe isn't always necessarily about feeling physically safe, right?
For me, it was. What's it for you?
I mean, shit, I sometimes I don't feel safe in my own mind. Like sometimes, like as a visionary man, you become addicted to contemplation, right? Like you become infatuated with that mental space that you draw from, and you can spend way too much time there. You know what I'm saying? And because we all know that deep thought can be very seductive, right? Like it can pull you deeper into yourself that you really even need to be going in all type of directions. That is when you're truly diving into your feminine darkness, right? And shit, sometimes I spend way too much time there, so I need my lady to come pull me out of me, you know what I'm saying, and show me her light and give me her energy. So it's definitely times though I call when I ain't really just feeling safe, so just not in the same way.
Okay, I gotta ask this question because I'm nosy. Is your lady listening to you talk about her right now?
Yeah.
Ah!
She actually just came and sat down. She was cooking for like the first 30 minutes, and then she just came in here.
Okay. Well, you know what? That was actually very wise of you, 7. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you some motherfucking brownie points for that shit. Shanice, that shit was smooth. You saw what
Moving the
he did.
motherfucker.
It was smooth in a motherfucker. You know who gonna get some head tonight, right? You know.
Yeah.
Oh my
That was
goodness.
so smooth. He gave her accolades online. I ain't even mad at that. He getting some head. I ain't mad at you, 7.
But it's true though. Like what
Seven.
do you want? What more do you want from me?
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at all. That was smooth than a motherfucker. It really, really was. But yeah, so 7 needs to be pulled out of his own head. Okay, a lot of visionary men. He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. Visionary men are what I call the divine masculine. They actually get deep into their mental space. They get deep into it, and sometimes they need to be pulled back out to have fun, or to just relax, or to just feel at peace. So yes, they will need a woman for that. I think, but I don't think that evolves into I need to be committed. That might evolve into I need several concubines.
Yeah, definitely.
You hear what I'm saying? That might be, well, this one pulls me out and she lets me have fun. This one pulls me out and she cooks for me and I feel, safe. This one takes me on an adventure. It might evolve into that. I was just talking about the fear-based. That's what I was talking about. So, man, I appreciate you guys. Shanice, is there anything, because we've already been on here 35 minutes. Shanice, is there anything? Oh, there was something else I want to say. But before I do that, Shanice, is there something else you need to say?
I just wanted to talk about the fear that sometimes men can have about being raised in a home without a father, and so feeling like they need to stay in a home with their children in order not to be perceived as deadbeat dads and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Your ass. That's a good one. Shanice, that is oh my God, how many men stay? Ooh, They be with a woman that they know they shouldn't be with.
Man.
They be knowing. But they stay with her because they daddy wasn't there for them. Ooh, that one was good, Shanice. That one was motherfucking good. God damn. I don't know. I'm gonna let Seven address that one. Seven. Can you even talk about that
I
one?
mean, I can, because I've just seen it so much. That's why when you said it, I was like, oh hell yeah. Like, we see men, man, out of the fear of their children having to go through the things that they had to even properly mature into a man. Shit, I mean, and it might not even be, you know what I'm saying, the absence of a father. It could be the absence of a father, mother. It could be like, just, man, a lot of our young Black men, they grow up without a lot of authoritarian or parental figures in their life. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the deep internal yearning for a family unit is a big reason for a lot with the man on why we stay in all types of relationships that are terrible for us. Like, for real. Because it's like, I mean, what do you hear all the time, right? Like, she makes the house a home, right? And then I think in the fear of not wanting to lack that, or shit, I feel like even sometimes a lot of men feel like less of a man without a woman. Like, you feel like if you don't have a female counterpart to show you what you really are, then are you really what you say you are? You know, so I think a lot of men go through that too. Like, for real, for real.
What would you say, Shanice? That was a major point. But for these men that are trying to stay in a relationship with the mother of their children because they do not, and that's noble. It's fucking noble. I don't necessarily think it's smart.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily smart, because the smart thing would have been not to procreate with a woman that you couldn't raise a family with. Now that would have been the smart thing, but that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there, because I did the same thing. I told you I married the father of my children for the very same reason, because I felt like, well, shit, we didn't have this baby. Let's try to do right by this baby. But the truth is, when we fertilized the seed, it was never gonna motherfucking stay together. So the only thing I was doing was actually wasting my time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually causing more harm than I was good. Let me tell you what I mean when I say that. The 12 years that I stayed in that relationship, I knew I should have been out of it in month 3. I knew that shit. I knew in month 3. I knew that shit. But my image, I was like, I didn't want to be perceived like she can't make shit work. She can't make shit work. But here's the thing. I didn't know myself. So if I had known myself, I would have known that my marriage to him was never gonna work. Yeah. Ever. He didn't fuck me right. Fucking me right is like a paramount importance to me. Like, let me see. It's number 2.
Number 2, okay.
It might be number 1 on some days. Like,
I made number 1.
Like, oh, okay. I'm gonna keep it real. It's number 1. It's number 1. Let me go ahead and stop lying to folks. Okay, look. See, that was me and my image, because I didn't want y'all to think I was just like a $2 hoe. But when it comes to fucking me, I am. Like, sex is my spiritual release. I need him to fuck me spiritually, fuck me emotionally, fuck me mentally, and fuck me physically. That is what I need. Yeah. I need him to fuck me in all realms. But I need him to love me. Y'all don't have to agree with it, and I don't care. This is my motherfucking life. I need him to love me the way that a protective father loves his favorite daughter. I don't want him to love me like a husband. I want him to fuck me like a husband. But I need him to love me like a protective father loves his favorite daughter. My father taught me how to handle money. My father taught me how to speak in front of thousands of people. My father taught me how to run a business. My father taught me how to keep my image together. My father did not teach me how to be me. But a father that was protective over his favorite child would want her to be her. I didn't have that. So love for me from a man equates to, I'm sorry, because that 4-year-old girl, she's still in here. She ain't going no motherfucking where. She's evolving. She might be about 10 now, but she on the slow bus, y'all. But she's still up in there. When it comes to love, yes, I need him to fuck Adisa, fuck the shit, like make her motherfucking pass out. I need him to fight with my dragon. I want a man that can mentally spar with me, like challenge me. Challenge me. Don't make shit easy for me. Challenge me. Pull out the best in me. Don't pull your punches. Punch me. Let me punch back. But to that inner child, she still has some deep wounds that she's working out, and I'm aware of them. I need him to love me and give me the love that my father did not know how to give me, so I can heal in that area. I need him to be a lot of different things. I need him to be my best friend. I need him to love me like a best friend, love me like a protective father loves his favorite daughter, but fuck me like a goddamn slut. Now, not a lot of men can do all of that, but that's what I need. Don't love me like a husband. I don't want that. I don't want that. Don't do that. I want it to be more like King Richard, because I'm business minded. You know, you see how King Richard turned his daughters into pros? Yes, it was hard. And not trying to be funny, but y'all talk about men all the time, but y'all better watch what these fucking men do with their daughters. Y'all talk about Beyonce daddy, but I'm telling y'all, Beyonce wouldn't be what the fuck she is now without her damn daddy. She wouldn't. Y'all want to talk about Michael Jackson daddy too, but the Jackson wouldn't be shit without Joe. Now don't hit me. Don't hit me, because I'm not gonna play that motherfucking shit. But y'all get what I'm saying. Yeah. I need that. When men have vision and how they look into their children and they say, I believe in you. I believe that you can do anything. That is how I perceive love. I don't like anything else. You sitting up here talking about you, my wife. I like when you go in there and cook me a meal. I'm not going to see that as love. I'm going to cook for you because I like to do that. Like if you come to my home, I'm going to feed you. That's just, I was raised to be a wife. So you're going to get that fruit automatically, but don't love me for that. Yeah. See all of my potential and want to develop it. That's the only reason why a father should give his daughter to a man in marriage, because she's willing to carry on the work that he put in her. That's literally what a husband should be. That's what I want. I want somebody that is willing to carry on the work that my father put in me. He didn't do everything, but shit, he did a lot. Who can build on that? Can you love me like that? But leave the father shit out of the bedroom unless I'm calling you daddy. I said what I said. Yes. So when it comes to that, 7, how do you want a woman to love you, and how do you want her to fuck you?
I remember when you first laid out for me your needs to be fucked by a man in all ways, and I remember I was like, yeah, I agree with that one. I ain't gonna lie to you, I agree with it because sex is definitely where I feel like I give the most pure form of I wouldn't even say just love, because to me love has developed into a deeper concept the more I mature, right? Like it's developed from a mindset and an emotional state into a cyclical decision almost. Like once you fall into
these fucking words, you get on my nerves.
But I'm not trying to. I feel like we have specific words so that you can express yourself in specific ways.
Thank you,
no other way for me to say that. You know what I'm saying? But I think it really is, though, because you fall into a rhythm of making a decision to choose somebody every moment of every day, right? And I think that sex for me is all of those decisions compounded into one occasion. Like that decision that I've made to love you every second of today, it's built up into how much I want to let you know I love you right now, and how much I yearn for you and want to be close to you and want to, really express these things to you in the purest form. So I definitely agree with the sexual needs on all levels, whether it's my camera's flipped.
You already getting head, 7. I don't know. You don't have to keep throwing on the ice.
Chill out. I'm trying to answer your question. But I think definitely pulling the best from me, but shit, low-key. That's why it's hard for me to differentiate from what you said, because I really agree. Like, even in the sense of, I don't want you to necessarily love me like a son, you know what I'm saying? But
no, you don't need to be loved like a son. I cannot go ahead. You don't have that wound.
Yeah, but Like, I want you to talk shit to me because, like, okay, the best way I can put it is, I played basketball, right? That was like one of the only sports I ever really got into. But I didn't like basketball. I like Kobe. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't the sport I fell in love with. It was this man who seemed to have no limits to how much he could push himself. Like, this nigga was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I aspire to be in every area of life, whether it's the way I love myself and my family, whether it's the way my intelligence progresses, whether it's how I want to remain getting better at sex as the older I get, rather than declining. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure my diet and my fitness is right, because that shit is important. When me and my wife are 50, 60, I'm gonna still be fucking the shit out of her. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit is all. But I guess also in the sense of, I want you to push me, talk that shit to me, make me be the best I
he
can
wants to
be.
be loved like
But
he's a
when
star
I'm
athlete.
not feeling it though, when I'm not feeling it, which is it ain't gonna be that many times in life when I'm not feeling it. But when I'm not, like, I'm already making myself feel bad enough for not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So I do like to be coddled though. Like not too much at all, because then I'm gonna feel like you patronizing me and I'm gonna get pissed off. But like, when you can tell, like, because I'm a very emotional man. So like, indeed,
Hold you accountable and help you
help to
elevate
elevate me. But then, like, when I can also fall into deep dark periods. Like, they don't last too long, but they deep and they dark. Shit might last for a week. You know what I'm saying? But I just need you to understand me to the point to where, like, within me, I'm already doing as much fighting as I can do. So if I'm even showing it on the outside, even just a little bit, you can imagine how fucked up it is on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of that, and and shit. That's how I like to operate as well. I want to push my woman to be everything she can, but I also know that a woman's path, period, is so much different from mine. So I try to always maintain, not necessarily walking on eggshells, but just being mindful of my approach. Because I know shit, how a woman's heart and mind and spirit works is just a lot. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I just try to be as understanding and knowing that I won't ever really understand. But yeah, I feel like
How about this? How about this, Seven? I'm gonna go to Shanice. Shanice, what about you? What do you want him to love you as? That was just me. I need him to love me like a protective, loving father. That's what I need. Okay, but what about you?
I think for me it's friendship. Like I need somebody to be able to bounce my ideas off of, that I feel like I'm gonna be able to fully express myself to, that is close enough to me to, like, correct me, you know what I'm saying, but rock with me enough to understand that, oh, that's just, that's Shanice. You know what I'm saying? Like, acceptance, like that camaraderie. I need that. And then, you say you want to be fucked. I want to be fucked like a concubine, like, you know what I'm saying, not the wife. That's, when you say wife sex, that sounds boring.
So you know what? I am with you. Like, man, the wife's gonna be so mad at me. But you know what I'm talking about. As soon as you get married, it seems like the sex goes down. I'm thinking, well, shit, we just gonna keep fucking and ain't gonna never get married, because if marriage makes the fucking sex go down, I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that shit. I need you, like, that fucking concubine sex. That shit sounds sweet. No, now since I'm thinking about it, let me see. Nah, I don't want to be fucked like the concubine. I want to be fucked like the $2 slut. I I don't want to be no motherfucking limits. Like, I don't want, like, I'm deeply, deeply. That's showing you I got some fucked up shit going on. Like seriously, Denise. Like, I know that some people are linear learners. I'm not visionaries are not linear learners.
Yeah.
Visionaries are cyclical learners.
Definitely.
They keep going through the same pattern over, and y'all wondering why you
until
in this
you learn.
until you motherfucking learn, because your learning evolves. Linear learners, they say, okay, I made a mistake, then I need to jump into a different timeline. Cyclical learners don't learn like that. Yeah. I'm a cyclical learner. So my first sexual experiences were filled with violence. I reenact that shit in my bedroom. Nigga, you better have some motherfucking muscles, because we finna get up in this motherfucking jungle and we finna go to war. That's what we finna do. You better be able to handle me, because I might just tackle your ass. I'm gonna bite you. I like that shit. Like, choke me, throw me, pick me up. I don't mind a few bruises. I don't mind that shit. But now it used to be pain. Now it's pleasure.
Yeah.
Now I could have did what my psychologist told me to do, and she told me that I had some issues and I should just let that shit go. I decided, I'm not gonna use my energy to be some shit I'm not. I'm just gonna evolve that shit. I enjoy that now. I enjoy it. And I don't want to go back to vanilla sex. I like having fun. Not just that, I like when people look at me. I got a little voyeurism going on. I'm trying to deal with that the best way I know how. I'm gonna start me a secret OnlyFans account. like I'm gonna start me a secret OnlyFans account, and I'm gonna wear a mask. Ain't nobody gonna know it's me. But I get a fucking thrill out of that shit. Let me tell y'all something. The new age healers, we don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. We're not trying to keep the image together, because that paradigm, everybody that was trying to keep the image together, you see where it fucking got them.
Yeah.
Couldn't nobody keep their shit together more like Bill Cosby? Could nobody keep their shit together more like Bill Cosby? But see, when you set yourself up for that perfection like that, you're going to have a drastic, dirty fucking fall. But see, me, if I get caught doing some nasty shit, people are going to be like, you know what? I can see Adisa doing that. And then I'm going to bounce back from that shit, because they be like, that's
Definitely.
right. Same thing with 50 Cent. If 50 Cent get caught doing some wild ass shit, people going to be like, well, I can see 50 doing that.
Yeah.
Rihanna, let me tell y'all something. Rihanna can cuss a bitch out, have a public fight where she dragging somebody and spitting in their face, and she gains followers. Let Beyonce do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Beyonce. I want to be like Rihanna. I want to be like Cardi. Cardi can spit in your face and get away with it. See, I'm going to make room for my humanity. I'm not trying to be perfect. And if you are called to be a healer that learns cyclically, you are not called to be perfect either. It's only those people that learn linear, that learn like in a straight line. That's not how healers learn. I'm going to keep going through the same shit over and over until I perfect that shit. And each time I perfect, and mine is an upward spiral. It used to be a downward spiral. It's in an upward spiral now. When you start being accountable for that shit, like that's what I'm doing now. I'm really trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna deal with this shit tonight. I'm trying to work that shit out. Now I got a couple of plans. Either I'm gonna call Adolfo. I'm not supposed to say his name on. Yeah. So either I'm gonna call that nigga. His name is A. Okay. I'm gonna call him. Okay. If that don't work, I'm gonna call my other A. All my fucking names begin with A. I got one that's name begin with a R. So I might call him, I don't know, or I might call one of my male friends. I got some male friends that's just straight up male friends, and I might ask them, like, nigga, come over here and spend the night or some shit like that. Because I told myself I was being celibate today, so I don't know. Look, we got some shit we got to work out over here. Okay, y'all pray for me, okay? Now, Shanice, is there anything else you want to say before we cut off here?
I just got a question. Can I ask a question? Yeah. So, like, all the dynamic of what you want, like, I relate to that so much, and I just feel like, how can one person even be all of that?
Bitch, I'm all of that. What the fuck you?
That's what I'm saying. But I have not met anybody that's a counterpart that can meet me on all of those different levels. Like, even what you're saying, like, now you got two niggas with an A and an R. Like, I just don't.
What you mean you can't?
They meet you. All three of them meet you on all the levels that you require.
No, there's no. There's only one that meets me on all the levels.
Okay.
One, okay. That's the one I'm doing my job with right now. We're trying to work our shit out, right? Get our systems perfect and shit like that. And then when you see me like pop up and we married and shit, y'all be like, that's the one. Okay. Now, the other ones though, those are my fun bags. Those are people that I perfect myself on. Now, listen, not every man is able to deal with a woman like me.
Right.
Because here's the thing. You don't own my vagina.
Period.
My vagina belongs to me. And unless we are in a committed relationship that serves purpose, not just because you love me, it has to serve the purpose and you coming into this thing to work. Now, if you got some shit going on and we can't work on purpose right now, then go do you. Because I know we're going to hook up because we are both committed to the purpose. But while you doing you, believe I'm going to do me. And a lot of men can't handle that because they feel like they should be able to do them and then I can't do me. And I used to be one of them women that used to do that. I don't do that anymore. Because here's what I learned. By me doing me, that makes him figure out his shit quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes him figure out his shit quicker. And then when we do finally get together, he got something to prove. Cause let me tell you, I'll be like, listen, homeboy over here, he hugged me better than you hugged me. That's how I act. That's how I act. And I'll be like, I went over to Miami and this motherfucker had a 13-inch dick. Your dick is only 11 inches. I do shit. I'm petty. I'm petty, y'all. I'm petty. But I only do that when he make me mad. I only do that when he make me mad. But that's why you gotta be friends, because he know I'm gonna talk shit. He know I'm gonna talk shit. So if he is insecure, I can't be my. What is that noise? Shanice?
I'm
I
popping.
feel like that's Shanice.
That was calling me, but I declined it.
God damn it. Okay. But yeah, so I be my authentic self. I have problems with men that have a problem with me being my authentic self. Like I just sent out a picture to a lot of men that I absolutely adore. And it was a picture of the women in the Black Panther. It was a picture of Nakia, which was Lupita, the love interest, right? It was a picture of Okoye, which was the warrior, and it was a picture of the queen, which was Angela Bassett. And I asked them, I said, hey, which one would you fuck? Which one would you exile? And which one would you kill? I had 73 responses. And there was only one man that said he would marry the one that was most like me. All the rest of them said that they would fuck her or kill her.
Which one you feel like is most like you?
The middle one, Koye.
Yeah.
The middle one. And the one that said that one is the reason that I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna like figure out some shit to wait for his ass. But I'm gonna be having motherfucking fun while I'm motherfucking waiting. Get your shit together, because all the other ones, they would have killed me. Like most of them would have killed me. Like it was
fuck, marry, or kill, right?
Yeah, fuck, marry, or kill. So, and here's another thing that I noticed. A lot of them would kill the queen, Angela Bassett, and she was the one that represented wisdom.
Yeah.
See, listen, those women have phases. Lupita represented the dark side of the moon. She represented confusion. In the whole entire fucking picture, she wasn't even serving Wakanda. She wasn't even fucking serving the vision at all. But the men wanted to marry her because she sweet.
Now see, that's not why I said that though.
Which you say then, Seven?
Because I did say I would marry her though. I said I would marry her. Fuck the
along
warrior.
with 70% of men.
But nah, I said I would marry her. Well, and which I do see, like how you said she was represented, as far as she wasn't necessarily dedicated to the purpose. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like I was kind of looking at the characters from how we saw them after you watched the movie, right? Yeah. And it's like she came back though, and I like a woman that's gonna go do what the fuck she needs to go do for her. Like, I need you to go do that, because if you come back, then that means me and you strong as hell.
How'd she come back though, Seven?
She didn't come back. She the whole reason shit. Am I tripping?
Yeah, you treated her.
I've only seen the movie like once or twice. So
if I'm not mistaken, please.
She didn't come back.
She was on a spy mission, and the spy mission was going bad, and Okoye, the warrior, had to go and save her, and that's how they found out she was there. She didn't come back.
No, he went and got her because he was about to become king, and he wanted her to be there. So that nigga went and found her and brought her back.
Yeah, they fucked up her mission.
Yeah. So she didn't come back.
He went and got her. Whatever you. Hey, but she was a fucking genius.
I agree.
She completely.
I get it.
She came back. She upgraded the way everything was being done. Yeah, you got the lady that was, you know what I'm saying, leading the warriors, and that's why I said I definitely fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like, yes, Angela Bassett, the queen, represented wisdom, but I felt like out of the three choices, I respect you too much to just be fucking on you. You know what I'm saying? So it was either
so bitches that have wisdom can't get fucked.
No, she was. It's not about the wisdom. It's about this character. Like I couldn't find myself just fucking on her. She's like an older queen. Like if I'm gonna fuck you, then I feel like I need to give another part of myself to you, and I don't want to marry you because I'm young as hell. What the hell, I'm a man. You gotta go.
You know what? Not trying to be funny, but men that were much younger than you, they was like, we fucking Angela.
That's why it's just me. I ain't say men. I don't know about most men. You know, I'm just saying. Like, I love the idea of the woman with smarts and talent, and she was willing to detach herself from something that was thriving in order to find herself. That's very inspiring for me. Like, and like, even in the ways that I was saying, I need my partner to pull the most from me. She pulled that shit out of bro. Like, he was limiting himself until he came back into contact with her. And she was like, nigga, you really on some bullshit.
No, I agree with all that. It's still a 3D relationship. It's not a divine union.
How?
Because you said she was helping him find who he was.
Uh-huh.
He was helping her find who
Ajabe.
It's still a 3D relationship. It's still a 3D relationship. She was not interested in being queen at all.
Was every queen always trying to be queen?
No, I'm gonna give you that one. But she didn't even make it to movie 2 or 3. I ain't worried about that. She was a temporary relationship, just like the rest of these women. And that's the one that 70% of men said they would pick. They would kill off wisdom, they would kill power. I saw from that little post that men have a serious problem with a woman that represents power. Serious problem.
Yeah, I could see that.
So for me, because I know that I'm the most like Okoye, when I sent these little men that's trying to fuck me that, and they told me, they subconscious mind told me that they would kill the warrior, I knew right then, you ain't getting into these pearly gates of heaven. You is not going to experience this motherfucking pearly gate, nigga.
Why did you just talk to?
What, 7?
She said you
nuts. Because 7, Queen Kong don't play that shit. Once I realized they don't fucking respect Queen Kong.
My God.
So why the fuck they should get a sample of Queen Kong? They can kiss my black ass. That's what they can do. And I'm blocking all them niggas tonight. That's what, you know what? God. I'm glad you done reminded me. I'm blocking all them motherfucking niggas tonight.
I love that question. I'm gonna use it as a test. Like, that's gonna be on my screen. On my screening sheet.
Because it's gonna tell you what he desires most out of you. And if you know you're not that sweet bitch, don't be trying to pretend like you are. I know I ain't.
Yeah.
Now some women are, and that's fine. Those men need to be with her. But I know that I am probably more 80% devil and only 20% angel.
Yeah.
And I like the man that likes a jungle. I'm not the house on the hills. I'm a fucking jungle. There's some dangerous shit up in here. It's some venomous snakes up in here. It's some tigers, some lions, and some bears. Oh my. This is a war when you enter into this shit, but there's also healing in the goddamn jungle. There's also peace in the goddamn jungle. So choose your poison wisely. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, okay. Absolutely love you guys. Thank you so much, Shanice. Thank you so much, 7. We're going to go ahead and end this broadcast. And if you like the share, and if you want to see us in action again, you need to join us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. CST. You need to inbox me, get in contact with me. The course is only $37 a month, but you need to get in because I'm about to raise that motherfucking course to $150 a month. So get in while you can. Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye.